Accordion Cool. That's what the sign says anyway, so I guess it must be. And of course, I'm Coach Dave, and here we go again with another show. And we have a theme today, and the first two may have given you a little clue. The name of that song is A Foggy Day in London Town, 1937. I guess it came from a film written by the Gershwin, song written by the Gershwin brothers. Now, I don't know if they realized it back in 1937, but the fog in London wasn't fog. Oh, I guess it was smog and all kinds of disgusting stuff. But they called it a foggy day. I mean, you got to watch out for the tourist business, you know. So a little housekeeping before we continue. We had lunch yesterday with a lovely young lady named Sandy. And she watches the show every week. She tells me that, so that's great. And she asked me a question. And the question was, do I do any show tunes, like tunes, all the tunes from a particular show? And like I explained to Sandy, you know, most of the tunes that we do here are either from a show or a movie or something. But I don't pick a specific show and do the tunes from that show. Why not, Coach Dave? Well, because that was my stool that cracked. I hope I'm going to be sitting here for a while. But the reason being, I have found, this is my own opinion, unless you have seen the show, understand the show, know what the show is all about, in, again, my humble opinion, most show tunes are pretty silly. And so if you just played the tune and nobody's seen the show, they have no idea what you're talking about. So the tunes that we do from show tunes and movies are ones that have persevered. In fact, some of the shows, as I mentioned many times, you know, they do like 30, 40 performances and they're done. But once in a while, a good tune comes out of there. But where are the rest of them? Who knows? So that's the reason we don't do a medley of a particular show. So I will now get off my soapbox, and as you know, I figured out today's theme is weather. Why? Because the weather here in the Northeast. Now, for you folks in Australia that are watching, if you look at a map of the United States, way up in the corner, you see a little hook, that's Cape Cod, that's right near where we are. So that first tune was A Foggy Day in London Town. So this next tune was written around 1954 by a great piano player named Errol Garner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it was originally written as only an instrumental. However, words and lyrics were added. A fellow named Johnny Mathis, 1958, probably had the biggest hit of his career on a little tune called Misty. Misty and Misty, great, great. I probably play that tune in every one of my live performances. Great, great tune. Well, this next tune goes back to 1937. Now, it also is the name of the tune is from a great, great movie, one of the greatest movies of all times, from that exact same era. Now, the fellow that wrote this tune was accused of naming the song after the movie. It had nothing to do with the movie, but he said, no, that just happened to be a name I liked for the song, and they accused him, riding the coattails of the movie. Well, of course, everybody's gone by now, so there's no way of knowing whether the story is true or not, but it's a nice little tune called Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, Gone with the Wind. Now that's Art Van Dam. I've mentioned him before, the man. He has that on several of his albums, which is the only reason I knew of the song, just from listening to the song on Art Van Dam albums, Gone with the Wind. All right, well, staying with our theme, this next tune was written in 1953, came from a musical. See, I do. Came from a musical. I have no idea what it was. Obviously, one of those that didn't quite make it. And I think Frank Sinatra had a pretty big hit on this tune. It's called Here's That Rainy Day. Here's that rainy day, and oh boy, if we had a lot of them these past few weeks. Boy, I don't know, it's, as we tape this show, it's supposed to be fall, but it's warm, and then of course it rains, so. And I'm not a weatherman, but they're not my most favorite people right now, so. Anyway, speaking of Sinatra, this particular song, it was actually a German tune, and you know, written in 1965. Somebody, I think Johnny Mercer or somebody like that, took it and wrote English lyrics to it, and Mr. Sinatra decided that he'd record it, and he had a big hit. A lot of other people have recorded it, but 1966, Frank Sinatra recorded Summer Wind. Summer Wind. Well, you know, sometimes when you walk down the street, you know, you have a choice of whether you want to walk in the shade or in the sunlight. So a lot of people walk down the sunny side of the street, and they've been doing that since 1930 to this song. Again, another song, came from a musical, no idea what the name was, so, but thank goodness this song did persevere on the sunny side, not the shady side, the sunny side of the street. Oh, that old sunny side of the street. Yeah, I guess that's the best side to be on. All right, well, we're getting down toward near the end of our time today. We got one more tune. Now, this tune was written around 1963, I think it was, by Bobby Helm. Remember Bobby Helm? A lot of people don't. I think he was like a country folk type singer, and to my knowledge, this is the only big hit he ever had. Now, I'm sure he must have recorded some other tunes at one time or another. The tune is called Sunny, Sunny, and it was a big, big hit for Bobby Helm. And I guess it has had, believe it or not, hundreds, literally hundreds of covers, people covering this song. So let's see what we got on here, and let's do a little bit of Sunny. So here we go. Sunny, Sunny. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little threat to the weatherman to get, get his butt in gear and give us some nice. It's like the weekends. I do a lot of farmers markets. I get rained out 3 of the past 4 weekends. Ask me how happy I was about that. But well, we'll see what happens. Things got to get better. So once again, thank y'all for watching and listening, tuning in, however it is you get this show. And as usual, big thanks to the big guy behind the glass. Keeps me on the straight and narrow here somehow. I don't know how, but if we sound good, that's on Austin. If we don't sound good, it's a malfunction in the instrument. We'll call it that. So you know what I was going to say, bring those young'uns in to hear especially some of these tunes. I bet a lot of you folks haven't heard a couple of these tunes for a long time. So Coach Dave saying, see y'all next time, and let's go home with, oh, I don't know, how about Sunny?